It says video, so I hope I'm doing the right one. Oh yeah, I guess I'm in the right area here with put in good old holder. Now, what shall I talk about? People seem to like what I'm talking about sometimes, but I don't. But I don't watch the videos I make. Yes, doctor. Oh, don't I know I'm so cute. I'm a cutie patootie. So, previous video you saw was machine shop stuff I was doing. Yes. What did we talk about? I forget. Willikers. Talk about dents today. Like I mentioned in the other video, I was taking apart a switch and I think the switch is gone or blown out. It was a fuse. Simple circuit breaker that I forgot about. Talk about dents sometimes, dents. Hello Ravens Cooperator, they like being filmed today. That's another video I'll be uploading. Krabby was there giving everybody hell like usual, all puffed up, like Krabby likes to get puffed up. Get to know your animals. Get to know your beasties. So, internet world, the world of unreality, reality, and mixed in between and all kind of mashed together and smashed to pieces. Could you imagine what radio teletype was like way back when in the 40s and 50s? Ham radio, amateur radio teletype. It's fun stuff though. RTTY. And they did have modems back then. You gotta take the radio signals and shift them and move them, and as they go out and the antenna and go into the receiver, it has to be demodulated again and all put together, and then you get all the teletypewriter printing out things, as well as a fax machine, pictures and things, slow moving. I used to have a lot of fun with the ancient stuff, and still do. Kind of cool. So I do have a modem and I still got a teletype printer. Yes, I do, doctor. Yeah, what else? Oh, somebody oh, if you got a Facebook, I call it Funbook profile, check out Hutchison Lab Investigations. Even Mike McCarthy's got a Facebook profile. He's a journalist in Canada. We did about 5 or 6 TV shows together over the years. It's Michael McCardle, Last Word Tonight, CTV News. He does the most unusual stories. Good friend of mine. Check out Michael McCardle, Last Word Tonight, CTV News. He's brilliant. Hutchison Lab Investigation. Somebody wanted some information. Oh yeah, it was. Oh, my friend says, well, Mr. Hutchison, I can't convince. He takes the camera and reverses the camera, or makes an upside down display and does it that way, kind of thing. It's kind of funny, isn't it? Anyway, I sent him links to all the TV people, as well as others. I filmed it, put it on the news. Tony Parsons was the first person that did the news story on it. Alan Edwards was the journalist that covered it. Let's see. Then Grant Frederick, CKVU TV came, filmed, and then the CBC, and then I'm trying to think who else. Another group came and wanted to make a TV series and a movie, but that never happened like most of the time. That's way back in the mid-80s. Wow, Dr. Hench. Sitting on here. Mel Winfield was filming a P-38 revolt pistol, semi-auto, levitating it. Made it on X Factor magazine or something like that. Then George Hathaway is filming metals exploding. I found that video uploaded, and I guess he didn't want me to play that for some unknown reason. Let's see what else. But he made the video. There's another video Georgie did. Liquid Metal. A movie called The Navigator with a kid riding around a spaceship and the metal was liquid. Peter Garrettson, the Pentagon, wanted to see that again, and I don't know where it went to. Maybe it's in the archives I got here, I don't know. Called The Navigator. That was well done by George. It's really cool. George and I have been good buddies for a long time. He got fed up with me though. I don't blame him. I think George is a brilliant scientist. I'm not a scientist, not an inventor, I'm a junk collector. I restore old things and take apart old things. Nothing new there. Although, glorify me, please. Thank you very kindly. And that's Tesla. Tesla's a whole different personality, guys, girls, and hobbits and animals. Tesla was very intelligent and very dynamic, but he had certain things that caused issues with others. The old timers back then were quite amazing, you know, like George Westinghouse and Edison and Marconi and hundreds of others. Brought in the age, new age kind of thing. Where was I going with all my chit-chat? Chatty Cathy. Hi, I'm Chatty Cathy today. Okay, so we're a happening unit. Wow, it's getting dark earlier and earlier. Oh shit. Anyway, that's the problem with the planetoid. It's got a wobble in it. So the summer goes and comes and goes. It's kind of depressing, but oh well. There's nothing to do about it. You got a wobbly planet. Your little snotty hottie here. Hey. Well, what else do I want to chit chat about? Chatty Cathy, come on, Chatty Cathy. I think I'm gonna join the Q Continuum. I'd be a very funny Q. You'd have a lot of fun. I would have a lot of fun. Q, are you out there? Let me join the Q Continuum. I know Star Trek, but oh, I love Star Trek. I think Gene Roddenberry and his wife and actors and creators were amazing people. Anyway, yeah, I joined the Q Continuum. And all the naughty people would have a lot of fun. I get old Ding Dong Wong in North Korea, whatever his name is, jumping around, throwing his money to everybody, and telling all the other psychopaths to go screw themselves. Excuse my language, doctor. Oh, I'd make them all happy too. They all take their big buffoon hats, those big mushroom hats they love wearing, and they probably use them as toilets. And just have them all have fun. And the Middle East, all just rip-roaring riot. They all wake up and have fun. Let's get creative. I just say everybody see. Then the politicians convert them into what the hell we're doing. Freedom for everybody. Come on, let's get on with the program. Yes, Trudeau. Not Pierre Trudeau, your daddy. Justin, cute name. Yes, I knew your mummy. Maggie Sinclair, Edgemont Village, where I grew up. She hang out with my sister Margot and next door neighbor Lonnie Truesdale. I wonder what ever happened to those folks. Lonnie Truesdale. Snob Hill. I squirted both of them with a water pistol full of ink, so I guess that's why Justin doesn't like guns that much. Because probably his mummy told him, oh, that crazy person. Unless she forgot about it, I don't know. But Edgemont Village. Yeah, a weird mix of people, that's for sure. I mean, and they got British properties across the other side. So, who did I know in Edgemont? Well, there's a next door neighbor, Dr. Webb. He's a medical doctor and a nurse. They get drunk on the weekends, and with my parents, they get crawling around the floor and drunk and plastered. And Dr. Webb and the nurse, I forget her name. Still wrap at the hospital, but taking in pure oxygen to get them kind of get rid of the hangover. The other neighbor, Mr. Ratty, and Mr. Stewart. Mr. Stewart. The Whiteheads. Let me hold on. I'm getting some memory now. Oh, it's a riot. Yeah, Snob Hill. Okay. And we had all the fun stuff with those famous people up in the Snob Hill area. British properties. Earl Flynn. And the good old doctors. That was crazy times. Earl Flynn, yeah. He had an alcoholic problem, and the doctors talk about it. He eventually died up there. And another character came to town. What's his name? Hughes. Howard Hughes, another weird one. He loved to stay at the Bay Shore Inn. Why crazy area up there where I grew up. Prior to that, I was on Marguerite Street. We're next door neighbors to Austin Taylor and his mansion. Rich old bugger. I think he had a whole square block of this big brick mansion, and my sister and I used to go on his property and look for snakes. We met him one day, and he says, "You be careful," and all this stuff. My sister and I loved going there. He's a nice man, though. He wasn't nasty or anything. Oh, God. And that's a snobbery area, too. The house is still there on Marguerite Street. My dad was kind of, well, he liked working for Collier's Encyclopedias. Dun and Bradstreet. Yeah, he used to have an orchestra. Ken Hutchison and his orchestra in Toronto, Canada. He married my mother, who was actually a model. And he moved out to the West Coast and gave birth to this lunatic, me. Anyway, good old 3045 Crescent View Drive, North Vancouver, British Columbia. The house is gone, another house is in its place. My mother burned the house down twice, well, partial, and it was restored, and the last I was there with Ian Gasta, with my dad. I got a picture of us sitting around. Mr. Whitehead. My buddy was Bill McDonald, and his dad was John McDonald, Member of Parliament. He was a decent guy, though. But the wife was really snotty. Snob Hill. And my haunt in Edgemont Village was down the street on the 21 or 21st Street. I always drift down the hill to the scrapyards and other crazy places down in that time frame. And I spent a lot of time at Tom Bongallis' place, who had a big vault with a house built on it with guns and endless guns in there. That's where I got my first 50 Kip Browning machine gun. Was Tom, $25. Wow! I bought more from Tom, and then I found a bought him from someplace in Alberta. God, I had roughly about 50 Browning machine guns and heavy machine guns, Berettas, and blah blah blah. Anyway, so Snob Hill, back to that. So we met Kinney, the Paper Shack guy, the Herald of Vancouver Sun. Found out that he was doing weird things with kids. And I was with a buddy of mine, and we would sometimes go down to his shack on some property and yell, and Kenny would come out screaming and yelling. He was 6'6". Who was my buddy at the time? Anyway, we mentioned to the RCMP, and if the RCMP said, well, if you ever see anything weird like that, call us. And one day we staked out his place, and we called him. He was arrested. Child abuse or child molestation. Wow. I made the newspapers too. Angus. Yeah, Michael Angus was my buddy at the time. We did funny things together. Good old Kinney. I guess he's in a pine box as well. The Paper Shack on Crescent View and Edgemont Boulevard, behind Peter Rabbit's store. A little green shack, and it was, last time I looked on Google Earth, it was there, but I think it's gone now. But I mentioned Mike McCardle, and Michael's going to do a story on the shack. That's some of the adventures in Snob Hill. I got to see the first TV show being made there. It was The Littlest Hobo. You can check all these names out and find out all the info. We used to go visit the guy that had the dogs. That's why I was wondering what they were doing. They had a hole, a square hole, with a mattress at the very bottom, and somebody would go fall over the, that's 4 feet down on the mattress. And what the hell? TV stuff. At the time I got interviewed by CBC Canada and other TV people in the Vancouver Sun newspaper for my UFO stuff. Anyway, what? How long have I been chatting? Chatty Cathy? 19 minutes. I thought I'd touch upon Snobbery Hill. My dad bought the place a long time ago when the Galaxy was young. $16,000. Now it's a $3 or $4 or $5 million house. Oh, led to Justin Trudeau and politicians and me wanting to be a Q. Oh, talk about rambling on and going around corners and up and down the hill.
Hi, Justin. You don't know me. but I squirted your mummy with a water pistol with ink in it. Hi, Justin. Hi. Your daddy got very nasty with me. He brought in Bill C-58.
There's 13 of us that got snabbed by that particular gun control bill. One that was flying colors, however, and going pursuing it with government agents to sue the RCMP. But Constable Machalko got fired because Judge Cronin said entrapment was going against Hutchison. Hutchison versus Regina was a court case. Earl Flynn, my lawyer, who now is a photographer. They messed with the wrong person. They always do, don't they? Anyway, it was the ombudsman, David Davies, the ombudsman, provincial ombudsman, suing the RCMP. Machalko got canned, so they couldn't pursue the whole case. Ellen Edwards carried that story too. I kept the newspapers busy, and that's when I first met Michael McCarthy. He doesn't remember that incident, but it was a truckload of machine guns and all the guns to be returned to me. I got a lot of the newspaper clippings. I wish I had the TV shows. It'd be funny to look at that. And so a lot of media came down in that time frame for a couple of years, including Michael Windle at the Vancouver show. Ellen Edwards, CBC News. Wow. It was on the news so much, it was incredible. I'd go to my parents' place, I'd go on the weekends and stay overnight. I'd see it on the news, and God, I wish I had all that junk. Even my Expo 86 presentation with high voltage and that in the stadium. Saw it on TV, but I don't have a copy of it. Shit. Damn. I do have a copy of one back in that time. It was me at the welfare office. Fascinating. I got a copy of it, and I saw it on YouTube somewhere, and I can't remember where I found it. I never know what's on YouTube. People have this old footage, you know, and
Martha, I have this old footage. Let's upload it to YouTube.
And they do. I want to get uploaded. Ian Williams, a friend of mine, worked on a sailor on HMCS Saskatchewan, HMCS Yukon. Took videos of the ships in action and all that, and he gave me the videos to upload. So I asked Nancy if she could do it. It was uploaded before onto YouTube. I call it Ian's Navy Adventures. I'd love to get somebody to hack into YouTube and see what goes on there. All my old videos, if they're stored or totally destroyed. It's like MySpace, I had a lot of videos uploaded there too, and it just went off on its own. Need a darn good hacker, and I used to know one, a couple of them. Could hack right in there and pull it all out. My good hacker buddy, go by the name of Angry MC. You might see pictures of us standing together. I was just defending him in a court case for hacking into RCMP computer banks. Wow, he's one smart kid. I was going to film everything, but I didn't realize that when you go into the Vancouver courts, they search for cameras and all that stuff. Everything, you just dump it in a drawer and... But anyway, that was in 2007, I think, or 8. What was his name? John. Very nice kid. I might have him on video. I got his lady friend on video. I was doing a run she was filming the pair of scissors blew apart all into different pieces. And somebody bought those things on eBay. And the video I took was uploaded onto YouTube. Yeah. She had quite a camera. Just filmed a lot of stuff in my apartment. How long have we been talking now? I'm going on and on. It's been 25 minutes. Oh, well. So, rambling on. It's kind of fun rambling anyway. It's just whatever. The snotty, haughty, baggy-eyed crossdresser. That's a good name for me. The snotty-eyed, baggy-eyed crossdresser. What's a return of the snotty-eyed, baggy-eyed crossdresser as the Prowler in Willits. 1939 movie. It was very well done in my opinion. I might film the location where it ended. It's only up the stairs where the ravens eat. They go up those stairs and right there is the hospital, the ancient hospital. Howard Memorial Hospital, still there, maintained. They moved to a brand new building. Might do it up there and do a video talking a blue streak up there about the Prowler. Oh, anyway, talk about super rambling today. Holy moly, we went to Edgemont Village and my head tripping around. I remember Constable Green was the RCMP officer up there. I had a .22 rifle and I was shooting it off the Power Line Road. And somebody complained about it, and Constable Green comes up beside Bill McDonald and I. He gets out of it. I used to imitate Constable Green. I wonder if I still do it. Jesus, what the hell you think you're doing? You can't do that, he would say. You can't do that. And he took the rifle and threw it in the back of his police cruiser. And took off. And later he returned it, though. I had the RCMP return a cannon one time. The movers thought they didn't get paid enough to steal my cannons. Explained to the RCMP about gun laws, blah, 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 blah. Okay. It went up. This is, again, 304 Victor New Drive, Snob Hill, Edgemont Village. Retrieved the cannon, came back, opened the back, the trunk, and said, here you are. Thank you. Some people are totally stupid. Makes me wonder what happened to a lot of goodies that were left stolen when I was in Germany. I had a revolving cannon, not somewhere in the world. Other things. Excuse me. If you ever see a revolving cannon, it looks the weirdest looking thing you ever seen. You can briefly see it in a video done in 1988. One of the old videos, John's Lab. Let me know. I shall hunt it down. And my 90mm anti-aircraft cannon, which I keep bugging the gun collectors in Canada about. It's missing traverse and elevation, worm gear, electronics on the outside, the hand wheels, along with the shims, the bogey mount, front ends, springs. You might know. Somebody out there might grab this information and know about it. Because I paid for it from Amic Salvage. Sorry, I don't know the serial number of it, but you can't miss that one. So bring it back, okay? Thank you. John's missing 90mm cannon. If you want to find a story, try and find that North Shore News or Main News. Somebody got killed trying to take it apart from Maverick Salvage. Killed a man. And the bogies, the springs, and the pistons. We're speaking of springs 4 feet long by a foot in diameter by 1 inch thick. Took his head off. Hit the armory stairs at J.P. Fell Armory. And it was also the 103 Squadron Air Cadets that sold it to Maverick Salvage, and they all said, "Oh, we took all the springs out at the airport." Try and dig up that story, somebody out there. I'd love to see that story somewhere. It's buried somewhere. But a man was killed. And I would really like to know what. It's an M1 90mm World War II auto cannon. 90mm. A semi-auto. In the 70s it happened, so let me know what you find out. Anyway, I should really go. After all, I did drink this. I got fast-acting kidneys. Gotta go to you-know-where. So, I'm gonna end this little episode about Justin and Daddy and Maggie Sinclair and all this stuff, because it's now 31 minutes, half an hour of talking a blue streak. Remember, spread those chops, Doc.
Spread those chops for the doc. Spread those chops for the doc. Spread those chops for the doc. All right, doctor. Can I spread my chops for you? I love to spread my chops, doctor. Oh, look at those baggy eyes. Oh, no.
Well, potassium seems to bring them down a little bit.
Spread those chops for the doctor. Hi, doctor. I'm going to spread my chops.
Ooh-wee. They're like my little kumquats and any animals that would be weirdly looking at this crazy stuff. Catch you guys later. Alligator. Push that in and chop the nose off a bit more and off to the races. Girls and squirrels and girls. Okay, cheerio. Your little sex pot is going to go somewhere.